Hello guys, Mr. Fluffy Pants here. Today guys, another video. Today guys, I'm reviewing the Karate Kid, which I watched for the first time recently because I, eventually want to make my way up to watching Cobra Kai, on Netflix or whatnot. But, I actually thought for the past couple of years that I've seen the original Karate Kid, like probably 9, 10 years ago. But, when I sat down and actually started watching, I realized I haven't seen this one, and I was thinking about the remake with Jaden Smith, which I don't care about watching honestly, but and I remember because I remember watching that one, or some Karate Kid at some karate sleepover thing I had, because I actually do karate and mixed martial arts, and I'm actually a black belt in karate, but I'm not a big fan of karate personally. I'm more of a jiu-jitsu kind of guy, but um anyway, but this movie is released in 1984, and is really the movie people think, one of the movies people think about when they think about 80s movies, which this stars Ralph Macchio and Pat Morita as Mr. Miyagi, which, let me just say, he's my favorite character in the movie. I love Mr. Miyagi, and Daniel's relationship in the movie is absolutely wonderful. And also, in case you haven't seen it, I would suggest going watching it. Trust me, you'll enjoy it, but it's kind of got a slow start, I will say that though. But pretty much the story's about Daniel. He moves, to California, and he's getting bullied by some kids from Cobra Kai, just kind of like this, karate studio that's run by a really dick guy. I don't know. Hang on, what's the guy? I don't even know the guy's name, but he's just kind of a dick. The guy the sensei of Cobra Kai. These kids are Cobra Kai students. Bullying Daniel and whatnot. Mr. Miyagi is Daniel's apartment's maintenance man or whatnot, so that they kind of meet that way. Let's just say I absolutely love their relationship throughout the movie. Mr. Miyagi is funny, and the funniest thing about the movie, and this movie's actually got some pretty good laughs in it, I will say, but. And there's also that love story between Daniel and Allie, which I think is pretty goodly done. But I just absolutely love Mr. Miyagi and Daniel's relationship. Like during the final tournament when Daniel gets hurt, Mr. Miyagi's like holding him in his arms or whatnot. It's just so sweet. And then especially when we start learning Mr. Miyagi's like backstory, how he was a World War II vet or whatnot, and his wife, while he was in service, died during childbirth with their son, which also died. And it's just really sad. He was getting drunk on their anniversary or whatnot. And then, Mr. Miyagi on Daniel's birthday, uses for his uniform for the tournament or whatnot, something that his wife sewed before she died or whatnot. And also, he also gives him one of his mini cars, which, that was just so sweet. And, I love Mr. Miyagi so much. Like I said, my favorite character. Don't get me wrong, I love Daniel too, but, there's just something special there, I would say. But, also, you got the whole rivalry between Daniel and the Johnny. That's the main guy, and Allie and Johnny are exes or whatnot. And pretty much Mr. Miyagi goes to the sensei at Cobra Kai's like, listen, tell your boys to lay off Daniel, and we'll settle this at the tournament or whatnot. So that's what it's all kind of building up for. And when Mr. Miyagi starts training Daniel, he thinks like. He's just using him to do his chores or whatnot, like wax on, wax off. He's just a classic, painting the fence or whatnot and all that kind of stuff. It turns out to be useful, which we do see later, and this has got some of the best training montages of all time. There was like Rocky IV, I would say, but also this movie's just shot beautifully. Like the cinematography and like the actual locations are just absolutely wonderful. Like especially like on the lake, with the boat and whatnot, the beach, on the little like pier supports or whatnot, where he's doing like the crane or whatnot. Just absolute classic moments, and I love how, when they're coming back from the beach, and those guys have their beers all over his car or whatnot, and they're making fun of him, and then Mr. Miyagi just shuts them up by karate chopping their beer bottles, and then that's just great. And also I would say this movie also has a which I wasn't really expecting, like a kind of underlying message about racism against like the Japanese, like especially with the World War II backstory with the internment camps and all that. I was not really expecting that in this movie, and I don't know, it was just, I thought it was really well done. Kind of in the background, but it's definitely there, which, I can appreciate. But And then the actual tournament comes, which, is great. And that kind of brings me back to my days when I used to, I did some karate tournaments, but I mostly did jujitsu tournaments. But, I would definitely say in this movie, it definitely does have that nervous feel that, those kind of, gave me at least, the way that was kind of set up and whatnot. But I don't know, the kind of point thing, I don't think it's really realistic. Like, for some reason, during sometimes if, the opponent just got knocked down, they would give him a point. But during the final battle of Johnny, like, he got knocked down multiple times and was able to get back up. Kind of confusing there, but whatever. Cobra Kai students are playing dirty or whatnot. Even though I was, but I will say, because one thing that was brought up earlier, Mr. Miyagi says, it's not really the students. The students just do what the teachers, tells them to do, and you can really see that throughout this movie because some of them are not like legitimately about. Like, even Johnny, after Daniel wins, like he becomes like he's like, well, you know what, good job. I think you kind of deserve this or whatnot. But and whenever Sensei Cobra Kai tells one of the students to play dirty and pretty much break Daniel's leg, really hurt him. He kind of like, no, then I'll disqualify. I don't want to do that. And he's like, well, you better do it. And then even when he tells Johnny to sweep the leg or whatnot, he don't even really want to do that. Then there's also earlier in the movie when at the Halloween party, they chase him back home, and then one of Johnny's friends is like, "Don't you think you had enough?" And Johnny's like, "No, we gotta keep going." Then Mr. Miyagi kicks their asses or whatnot. But I think what makes this movie special is not only I think the screenplay is excellent and the script is too, but I think the actors like Ralph Macchio and Pat Morita, Deanu and Miyagi are just, I think that was really the backbone of the movie, and I absolutely love that, the training scenes and whatnot. Anything with Mr. Miyagi, I absolutely love. Like, I think this movie is, like, one of the all-time best movies from the 80s. I'm gonna give this movie a 9.7 out of 10. I enjoyed it that much, but, anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about the original Karate Kid down below. I know I'm going to definitely check out part 2 and 3. I'm probably not going to check out The Next Generation, even though it does have, Mr. Miyagi. Definitely not going to watch the remake, even though I heard it's alright, but, after I watch the third one, I'm definitely going to get into Cobra Kai and watch, 3 or 4 seasons now, but, anyway, guys, let me think about this down below. Check out my Twitter and Discord, link in the description. Like and subscribe for more. Check out some other videos, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!